The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, has recommended the creation of a Nigeria government agency that will regulate the activities of herdsmen. Malami said this while delivering his address as a special guest of honor at the Peace, Unity and Security Leisure Series at the ECOWAS Main Auditorium, Abuja, on Tuesday. The minister admitted that the crisis between herders and farmers had become a pressing issue and steps were needed to be taken to tackle it. According to Punch, he also said there was a need to revitalize the Nomadic Education Commission. He stated Nigeria is predominantly agricultural in nature and by biography. To that extent, there is constant mobility of herders across the different belts of Nigeria. It is perhaps time to consider the setting up of a commission for pastoralism regulated by law. This might provide recipes for resolving protracted farmer-herder conflicts. The commission may even engage in or facilitate in-depth analytical studies with a view to providing lasting solutions for the benefit of people and the country. He also called for the revamping of the activities of the Nomadic Education Commission with a view to implementing the efforts of the government in resolving the farmer-herder clashes. Malami restated the commitment of the Nigerian government in supporting initiatives and programs that would help resolve the lingering farmer-herder crisis in the country. The AGF argued that some of the ways for a peaceful Nigeria include strict adherence to the rule of law, respecting the sanctity of the fundamental human rights in all ramifications, including freedom of movement and the rights of citizens to stay at whatever part of the country they choose to, and other provisions as contained in Chapter 4 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, remain fulcrum for a peaceful society. The minister said the farmer-herder crisis is real, adding that it requires real-time and practically oriented solutions. He stated the better approach towards resolving the crisis over the short, medium and long term is to directly involve the stakeholders in the coming up with solutions at the conception, implementation and monitoring phases. Malami also recommended that the creation of regulated grazing reserves to replace the Butali or Urami pastoral system. He called for the intensive enlightenment to livestock breeders of the need for sedentary farming and transhumance agriculture as a complementary economic process to nomadic farming. The minister further recommended the provision of water holes in remote grazing locations, subsidized veterinary care and mobile ambulatory services for surgeries and other medical interventions for livestock. He said there was also a need for the provision of infrastructure, social amenities, educational facilities and cattle markets at central locations to accelerate nomadic settlements. They will speak English. Let them do the right thing. They won't do it. I hope this is not even related to the Ruga they are trying to bring in again. Speak English. You will not hear. You will not see anything. It's unfortunate. What kind of a people are these? Are they not under the Ministry of Agriculture just like farmers? Why do you want a special agency for them? I don't understand though. I don't see the reason why Fulani agenda and plan should form state policy. The government of the day does not consider the welfare and security of the citizenry. Rather, their preoccupation is how to use government power to secure indigenous people's land for killer herdsmen. Don't do these things that will hurt people or cause conflicts. The question is that it's a simple thing. Let them go and get their personal thing. Give order. Let them just stay, and they will be able. They will. I don't even know. They will meet up. It's a personal thing. By the time you give order, let everybody stay. Does it mean every other profession? That's how they just misbehave. Then you begin to create agency, barbing, all these artisans like hairdressers, like tailors. You begin to bring policy. I don't understand. Well, agency is the Ministry for Internal Affairs and the Ministry of Agriculture not enough? Herdsmen and cattle rearing is not up to 1% of our GDP. So how does it justify an agency? Atayao. If you want an agency to be created for herders just because of NDDC has been created, you are fooling yourself. Nigeria depends on oil, and the Niger Delta are the host communities for that oil. Their communities has been ravaged by oil spills. Isn't that enough for government to set up a commission for them? What has cow contributed to our GDP? Nigeria can never depend on cow as it is dependent on oil. Get sense, Mr. Man. Malami is clearly mischievous and partisan. These killer herders are supposed to be prosecuted for their heinous crimes and extrajudicial killings. The creation of such ministry is not the solution. The proscription of Magban is the remedy. I still don't understand what these people take Nigerians for. The country has never been this divided. By the way, it is in this very nepotistic regime full of impunity and attempt by one tribe claiming ownership of lands in Nigeria is too disgusting, trying to fool Nigerians again and again. You want to tell us that all these governors, all the southern governors, they don't have sense, they don't know what they don't know what is obtainable, or they are just pretending. For what are they even? People say for their selfish interest. What do they want to gain forever? How many cars do you want to? Do you want to put your cars on the space and begin to drive, or you want to put your bed on the space so that you be different, or you be flying? You want to have your wings, you now be flying. I don't understand. Or is it not the same two legs that you're going to be walking with? Is it not the same mouth? Or you have another place that you're going to be feeding yourself with? I don't understand this selfish ambition they are even looking for. I don't know. People like Bangida, the ambition, the or whatever they have, Obasanjo, where are they today? What can they even? How many food can they even eat at this stage and time? I don't understand though. This selfish, and because of this selfish ambition, they will not be able to say the truth. I can't really get them. See what Malami is saying. Well, I think those who are up to him, they are going to come for him, because everybody is watching everybody. Ever since the Yaradua government created a ministry of the Niger Delta area, Aboki Fulani have been looking for a ministry to balance the score. You can imagine. Those who say there is no Fulani agenda is only fooling themselves. How can one explain the fact that all these highly placed Fulani never bother to condemn the activities of their foot soldiers, nor sought for solution that will benefit the owners of the lands? Those Fulani herdsmen were grabbing and farms they destroyed. Now the owner of the land have woken up to defend their land, having seen the people are no longer ready to be intimidated, and their plan is failing. They are looking for all means to settle their soldiers. You can imagine, nobody is talking about the atrocity that these people are committing. Let all those who are saying to be politically correct, let them continue.